Okay, so I'm gonna start off by saying it's been a while since I made a video. Um, the reason why I'm making today's video is because I feel like it's important to share our experiences with each other, and um, I'm also getting ready to go into work, so I'm like sitting in front of my job. So excuse me if I am doing something while I'm doing that. But so anyway, um, I'm just gonna jump right into it. During this time in my life, I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot. I was married. I had 4 kids. I was going through a lot of spiritual stuff, which I'll share other stories. I'm also writing a book about all these experiences. I've been in a long time writing this book, but I haven't had the time because I'm always working. But anyway, so this one particular time, I was working and going to school. So I would get up early in the morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning. This one particular day, I didn't get any rest the night before, so I had like maybe a couple of hours of sleep, and I had to take the kids to school. So I got up at 6 like I normally do. I got up and I tried to hurry up and get them off to school really fast so that I could lay back down before I had to go to school. So, um, got them to school by 6:30. And I was back in bed by 7 basically. Um, I remember going back to sleep, and then I remember it was time for me to get up. When I got up, I remember waking up. I remember walking to, I got up, I sat up on the bed. I realized I didn't have much time because normally I don't lay back down. But this particular time I was really tired. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just go on and get up. Well, actually, I was rushing to get up. So I got up. I remember getting up real fast. I remember walking to the edge of my bed. And then I remember kind of the beginnings of what would be like passing out. I remember that. That was it. The next thing you know, I felt myself going to the ceiling. And I realized I was up at the top of the ceiling, and I knew instantly that I was not in my body. I was scared to turn around and look at my body, but as I was about to, I was trying to turn around, but I couldn't. It was like I didn't know how to, so it was like everything was turning around real slow. Like I was turning around like this. And so as I'm turning around, by the time I'm turning, as I turned to sideways to where I was, that was adjacent from the door. The bed was right on this side of me, behind me. So as I got to this side, I saw a lady run in the room. A white looking lady. She looked like she could, actually, I couldn't even say she white. She could have been black, white, Asian, or Spanish. She could have been a light skinned black lady with straight hair, or she could have been a white lady that maybe has something else in her family, or a Spanish, like like she looked like she could be anything basically. So I couldn't tell what national, but I just say she was white just for visual purposes. It's typically what a white woman would look like. Anyways, she came running in the room. She had a red dress on. She was like, "Hi," but without talking with her mouth. It was all talking through the mind. And I was looking at her like, "What the hell you doing in my house?" And she was like, "Hi." She was like, "Come here, come here." But she just motioned her hands. But I could hear everything she was saying without her even talking. This is so crazy. You guys, I can't even explain how this It was really crazy. It was like she was really speaking to me. I could hear her loud and clear as if I'm talking to you right now, but only difference is her lips wasn't moving, but I could still hear her. And she was like, "Come here, come here." So my body started floating over towards her slowly. So she ran out the room and she ran. But when she was running, it was like she was doing all the motions like she running fast, but she wasn't really running that fast. And I'm floating towards the down the hallway. Now, for some reason, it's taking forever to get down my hallway. I'm looking straight down. There's a bathroom at the end of the hallway on your left. Straight ahead is my, if you come, once you come out the hallway, it's like the walk-in way. So the door is that way. And then the living room is on the other side of that. Okay. And then the kitchen is on that side of it. So that's after you leave the hallway. But I'm at the beginning of the hallway coming out my room and just going down the hallway. And my body is just floating. So I look down a little bit. I don't see anybody, but I'm like almost scared to look at myself because I don't want to look at myself and not see nothing, if you know what I mean. So I can't tell you how my body looked or anything like that. I didn't get to see that, unfortunately. As I got to the middle of the hall, she comes running out my bathroom and running towards the front. Hurry, come on, come on. And so I started moving just a little bit faster. It picked up. Now, as I got to the middle of the hallway, it was my living room started, the colors started looking like Christmas is the best way I could describe it. It was like everything was made out of Christmas lights. So the red was the most brilliant reds, the greens were the most brilliant greens, the whites were the most shiniest whites. And as I got closer, it got more and more powerful. So it was like almost as if now that I've did not necessarily more research, but because I haven't really heard anybody describe it like this, but it's like the best way I could put it is energy. Like everything, I could see everything's energy like outshining out of itself, if that makes any sense. Anyways, so as I got to the end of the hallway and then I got ready to turn around, I turned around towards the door and looked at the door. The lady was standing at the door and she was like, "Open the door," without moving her lips, of course. Open the door, open the door. And I looked at the door and the line all the way around the door, I could see this powerful, powerful white light shining through the door all the way around the door, as if it was the light was so powerful. Just to look at it from where I was, it was like it would cut through anything. Like it was like the most brilliant white light, indescribable. It's indescribable. It's nothing on this earth that's like that type of light, like the lights that you see there. It's like there's no words for it here. I mean, I'm trying to do my best to describe it. Anyways, so when I looked at the door and I saw the light, I knew instantly if I went through that door, I was not coming back. I knew it for a fact. It wasn't not a doubt in my mind. It was almost as if I was being told that through telepathy as well. But she was smiling and trying to get me to go through the door. I instantly thought of my kids and I thought about the type of life that I have right now. I'm married to a man that he's hardly home. Two of the kids are not his and he didn't treat them right. And I didn't want to leave my kids in that situation. So what I ended up doing was I ended up I looked at her and I said, "I can't. My kids, I can't. My kids, my family, my kids don't have nobody but me." And I went to turn, and as I went to turn, my body just kind of flew back into my body, and I went back into my body. It was almost like the best way I could describe it is, have you ever took the vacuum cleaner, the little part that you use to like get all the extra dirt? If you put your hand over it and it suction, it was like that kind of feeling, but harder, like a strong suction. Like my body went back into my body. When I got up, every nerve on my body, on my hands, on my face, everywhere was shaking. Like my face was distorted. Like all my nerves and everything was shaking, all in my hands, on my arms. So my mom was in the other room. I ran in the other room to my mom and was like, Mom, you won't believe what happened to me. Look at me, Mom, look at me. And when she turned around, she said, what? Because she was half asleep. She was like, what's wrong with your face? What's wrong with you? What's going on? I was like, I don't know. I said, and I told her, what happened to me. And she sat there and listened to me. But it was one of the craziest experiences of my life. It has led me down a path of wondering about this life, about this world, about everything we've ever been taught, like how true it could really be or not be, you know, and why things are the way they are. And I just have so many questions. That just opened up so many questions for me. It's a feeling I can't describe. It's a feeling I can't describe. But I just wanted to share that experience. I feel like we can't have too many experience like that to share. Um, Please click the like button and share. I will try to share more videos. I am going to start making my videos again. All right. Thank you.